Oh, okay. Did you see it to Facebook?
Yay. So we are now recording. So excited to see all of you. It is April 20th, and this is a magical, magical day in Mary Kay. Not just for the fact that Mary Kay just released, unbelievable, a $30 online new consultant starter kit, but because we have the awesome and amazing, dynamic, teddy bear lovable, strong, powerful, little cray-cray, Miss Julia Wilson. We're so excited to have her on, but we're going to do just a little bit of housekeeping before I introduce her. So we're going to go to our itinerary, and oh yay, Antoinette's on. Let me mute her. Andrea, if you can just continue muting people, that would be awesome. Yeah. As they get on. So just want to let you guys know that your Focus Fabulous free sheets are not due until the last Sunday of the month, but you can turn them in weekly if you want to. I love that accountability. I don't have a problem with it. I'd rather you turn it in every week than not turn it in at all. Remember that all of your recognition every week and at the end of the month and online and on Facebook and everything is all based on your weekly accomplishment sheets. This is your tracking system. The reason why we do this is two reasons. One, accountability. Accountability to yourself. Accountability to your director, accountability to your grandma director if I'm your senior, and accountability to the company. Also, it's great for tax tracking. The second thing is how to track. A tracked number grows. And if you don't know what your goal is and that you're tracking it and how to break it down, then how will you know that you ever reach it? That's kind of like me jumping in the car and going, let's go, we're all packed, we're gassed up, we got snacks in the back, get in the caddy, let's go. And we drive, and we drive, and we drive, and we drive. And after about 30 seconds, Andrea goes, where are we going? And I'm like, I don't know, but we're making great time. Okay, you guys, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so we must know what our goal is, how to break it down, and then tracking it. And we track it through the weekly accomplishment sheet every single week. So every Sunday, church and Mary Kay. Just remember those two things, church and Mary Kay. All right, so I am going to turn it over to Andrea, and Andrea is going to go, ba-da-da-da,
I'm
the field. Woo!
I'm in the field.
She's in the field.
Woo! I see some winners out there.
What do you see in the field?
I see a lot of money. I see a lot of confidence. I see a lot of boss babes, and somebody has a new boss babe decal behind her head. I'm loving that. Okay, let me just tell you, being in the field, there is no better way to get exhilarated. And when you get in the field, I just got to thank Stacy up front for being my right-hand woman on a couple of our virtuals, because here's the deal, you guys. The first time virtual, I was a little nervous, like how am I going to keep all of these guests connected and not chiming out, as well as helping you have sales and bookings and referrals and blah, blah, blah. But I got to tell you, after just like doing one of these, the boxers, they're in the, rings, you just sort of relax. And then I'm talking to your guests, and I'm having so much fun getting to know them. And I'm acting just like I'm at the kitchen table. Well, guess what? I can't wait for the next one. So I really don't even care if you have guests or not, because I'm going to be on. I'm super excited. And if you want to join me, we're going to have a party. And some people had a party with cash. So I've got the in the field report for you. And I love it, love it, love it when I do hear your voice. And so we're going to start with one woman who, again, was inviting guests to the virtual appointments that we had. She even had some of her own. And she said this.
Hey, Andrea, looking through this coronavirus.
Well, hold on. I just turned it off. So sorry. Trying to turn it up louder, and I turned her off.
It's been interesting, to say the least.
Can you hear it?
I have asked a lot of my customers and friends just to help me out and learn how to go virtually, and they have all said yes and have been willing to help, which has given me amazing sales. My business has never been better. So this coronavirus has actually been nice. I've learned that people want to connect, and if they haven't had time in the past because of life's commitments, they're at home now, so they're able just to help out. me and get some fun and some girl time in the process. It's been wonderful.
Okay, so let me just say that was Stacy Swallows in case I didn't say that. And I got blurry. Sorry. Somehow this camera does that every once in a while. So I probably look better blurry. The next person, I do want to say one thing about what Stacy said. She invited people to be a part of her new virtual training. Those are some key words. She went back, just like you're going to hear the next Wonder Woman talking about how she reconnected. And I will tell you that's exactly what I personally experienced too. So here's the next. Oh, hold on. I pulled up our personal conversation and it was in our joint with Joe. So I've got to just give me 1 second. I apologize.
Andrea and I were doing joint conversations.
Too many. Hey.
I'm working my business through this time of isolation by literally going back to the basics and going, okay, well, when I was a new consultant, I had to learn how to do a party. And so I'm acting like I'm a new consultant again and learning how to do virtual parties and virtual appointments. And it's triggering my mind to go, hey, that person always said they were too busy. Well, that person always said they were too busy. And that person said they were always too busy. Guess what? They're all locked in their house and they got nothing better to do. Why don't you message them? And hey, guess what? Look, appointments, spaces, 3 + 3 + 3. Yay! That's what I'm working during this isolation. And I've definitely learned that my amazing customer skills will still continue, and it's very much appreciated even during this time of crazy that we have going on. And I can't wait for tonight's call with Julia. So excited for it. Yay, 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 yay.
And of course, that was our Christine McKnight. So I think the only other celebration for our in the field, Sayonara was in the field, had another part, not Sayonara, forgive me, you are probably in the field, but Zulema had a party the other night. She's been in the field. And did I miss somebody, Joe? I lost my notes.
No, but I do want to do a shout out. Zulema is just, every time she does a virtual party, she makes me cry because she talks about the confidence that Mary Kay has given her. And even her husband has said, yes, this is true, that before Mary Kay, Zulema would go to doctor's appointments with her kids and she wouldn't speak to the doctors, or they'd go to teachers' appointments and she wouldn't talk at the teacher conferences. She made Ralph do everything. And now she is just like bold. She's boss babe. She's all over it. And her confidence is growing and growing and growing. And girlfriend, I'm so proud of you. And she just sits there and she goes, Mary Kay has just done so much for me. And I'm learning a Spanish accent, so I just love it. And yeah, it's awesome. So I'm so proud of you, girlfriend. All right, so that is our in the field. Now, I'll tell y'all something. Before I introduce Miss Julia Wilson, I just want to say something. Why don't y'all look this good every week? What's up with that? I put my makeup on. I tossed my hair back. I got my pink on. I got my triple star stuff on. Andrea makes somewhat of an effort, but she really has to do nothing, and she still looks glamorous. You guys, oh my gosh, y'all look like you're going to the prom. So anyway, Julia, you should be very impressed because usually it's like jammy time for our East Coast girls. All right, so Julia is a graduate of the University of North Texas. She's been a part of Mary Kay family since 1991. She joined Mary Kay the same year I did. Julia's journey has been varied and exciting. She started in telephone ordering services. Love those people. Director's information, DIQ, fleet, and sales education. Julia has been a part of the sales development team in different roles. She was on the Diamond sales development team as a car coordinator, but quickly accelerated her status and joined the hierarchy of the Sapphire seminar as the program manager and is now the sales development director. She spends her weekends with her dad, who is her best friend and her hero. She loves to fish, boat, watch college football. She loves to read and unwind with her close friends, loves good food, and loves listening to music and laughing. Now, personally, I have to tell you, I have a great respect and admiration for Julia. She shoots from the hip. She is very honest, and she tells it like it is. Do you see why I relate to her? but she doesn't withhold her emotions in regard to how much she loves the Mary Kay culture, her daily life in Mary Kay, and us, her beloved Sapphires. She is a great leader, and we are so blessed to have her as our corporate mentor. And I have to tell you guys, she answers her phone calls, she answers her emails, she's on call 24/7, I think. I don't know if she ever sleeps. And I just want to thank you, Julia, so much for taking the time and being on. I know that you are running like a crazy woman right now in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we just want to hear from you. We want to get to know you, and I want them to love you as.
Well, okay. Hey, wow. Wow. Are you there? Yeah, there you are. Oh, she has spotlighted me. So there. Okay. Ooh, can you put me back? I got to see my people. Put me back in the room with the people. Oh, I don't want to see you. Now I see you. Let's see. Here, there. I got my own big gallery view. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, sorry, everybody. I like looking at your faces because you know why? Because you're the people I work for. And I like looking at you when I talk to you. Joanna, thank you for letting me be on the call tonight. Congratulations to Stacy and Christine. The 3+3+3. Rock on, girls. That's where the money is. So keep moving and grooving and make things happen. I thank you for everything that you're doing and everything you will do, because I know it doesn't stop. When you meet success for 1 week, you've got to go get it the next week. So thank you for that. You guys, I'm just going to take you back a little bit and kind of explain to you how it came to be that you're all in your houses and I'm in my house tonight. We all know that this horrible, horrible thing has happened in the country and in the world. And so we've got COVID-19. And so back on March 16th, we were called into a meeting, the sales development directors, and with Laura Beitler and Nathan. And they said, we need to go ahead and we don't know that this is going to happen, but let's go ahead and prepare. I need you to get an inventory of your team's work from home, capabilities. Do they have laptops? Do they have phones? Can they connect? Does everybody have Wi-Fi and all that stuff? And we're just like the rest of America, like, this is not coming to Texas, because Texas is immune to everything. And so, but we did what we were asked and made sure that everybody had the tools they needed. And then they came back and said, well, we're going to start the work from home. We're just going to test it. And so on this day, we need these 3 departments to stay home, and let's test to make sure you've got connectivity and all of that, and you're good. And then the next day, sales development and Salesforce Reco, you're going to work from home. And so that was like Wednesday was when sales development was supposed to work from home. And so Tuesday afternoon, we're, all sitting in our offices, doing what we do, which is work. And we got an email from Laura that said, I need everyone to go ahead and exit the building, take all of your belongings, and don't come back. I'm like, oh, okay. It came, and y'all know with how fast it came. It came so fast. And our governor came on and said, we're closing. And so we were shocked. And of course, I'm panicked because I have an 87-year-old father that you heard. He's my best friend, my hero. And I was hearing about, the risk that the older generation has with this thing. But my biggest concern, honestly, was you. And I thought, dear God, how are they gonna go? How are they gonna make money? How are they going to survive? What's gonna happen? I want you to know, I got home, I opened Facebook, and I am, part of a lot of different unit pages and stuff. I cannot tell you the sense of pride and admiration that I had, because what I saw, ladies, was the true Mary Kay spirit kicking in hard, because you guys were already on there anticipating this, expecting this, thinking out of the box, creating innovative new ways to do business, just out of the blue, you were pivoting on a dime and you were sharing ideas across Facebook. And I was seeing everybody joining in the conversation. We did this and we can do this. And if we do this, we can do this. And, you know, shake up your makeup and Pete Love Pack and this and this and this. And then Joanna and I were talking shortly after we were sent home. And she was talking about walking through a neighborhood and you know, dropping packets off in her neighborhood on people's porches, you know, like a survival kit or whatever. And I thought, this is the American spirit, but more than that, it is the Mary Kay spirit. Don't tell these Mary Kay girls that they can't do it, because by gosh, they will pick up and they will prove to you that it's going to get dead. And I thank you for that. I truly, please hear me from the bottom of my heart. I am in awe, literally in awe of you. I have known for 29 years who I work for, and I may go to the building and David Hull may, you know, authorize my check and pay it. But the people who funnel that money to me is you. And I know that you are the people I work for. Every day I get up, I come to work to see how I can help you be better in your business. And I want to say to you all, because of what you've done and how you continue to do it, and the great pride that you take in doing these things and enriching women's lives, don't think for one second that I don't understand that the fact that I have a job is because of you. And there's 1,000 other people like me who look to you daily. And I know I can't even get the words to come. But I am so appreciative, because I wake up in the morning and the first thought I have is I'm one of the Americans that have a job. And I have a job because I work with this incredible group of women who are out there fighting the good fight, enriching women's lives, connecting with people in a time when they need connectivity so badly, and sending love and helping women still feel good about themselves. Because you guys, this is a really strange time. We have been through economic hard times in Mary Kay. We've been through 9/11, we went through recession, we've been through all of that. The thing that's different about this is this time, you know, in a really hard economic time, women will go to a shoe store and buy a pair of shoes, and that may be all they buy all month, but that pair of shoes makes them feel better. Or they might go to the mall and buy an outfit because that makes them feel better. Well, they can't do that because there's nothing open right now. So what are they doing? They're looking for the way to feel good. And you guys have been there to meet every single need. And you're reaching far beyond what you would have reached, you know, in person. And I thank you for that. And if you're one of those who is hesitant about this virtual world that we're in now, hear me and hear my dog. Sorry. Y'all hear me? He's like, go virtual. Excuse me just a second. Let me kill somebody. Sorry, guys. The joys of working from home. If you are one of those who are hesitant about joining this virtual world, I need you to step up. This company needs you to step up. Your team members, your families, your checkbook needs you to step up. I'm telling you right now that I am an old school girl. I am not one who likes change. I like everything steady Eddie. I like to know everything about everything. And when something new comes into my world, I freeze. Well, because of the way that the Mary Kay Salesforce has reacted, I have started embracing change. And even I know how to run Zoom now. And if I can do it, anybody on this earth can do it. I promise you. But I need you to take part in these virtual classes, because here's what I'm saying. I was on the phone last week with a top director who said, I do not want to do this. This is not in my wheelhouse. I am better with people in person. That's what I thrive on. And I said, well, you know what? If you don't get on this train, you're gonna miss the train. It's gonna pass you by, and this is not something you can let pass by you. She said, it's just not my thing. I'm teaching my beauty consultants to do it, but and I said, no, you get up, you lead your beauty consultants through it. Mm-hmm. Well, I want you all to know, she organized a party with her offspring. She had I think 4 offspring and their unit members and her unit members. They had almost 400 guests, 400 across the nation, not just in their little place in Florida, but across the nation. And I'm going to tell you that she emailed or texted me the other night, the residual sales that are coming in even after the event total almost $21,000. Okay. For people she has never laid eyes on and probably never will, because they had people on that call, that party platform that she will never see because they're in different states across the nation. And she called me and she said, I can't believe this. She said, it's still not my favorite thing, but I could learn to love this. And so you guys, I'm hearing those stories across the board. I have beauty consultants who, they'll be talking to their friends and family and say, I would love to do a Zoom call with you, invite some of your friends. And then I have other people who will reach out to their friends and family and say, who do you know in a different state? And they'll reach out and contact people in different states to get them on a Zoom call and end up with, people representing 10 different states where that'd be real hard to do in person. Mm-hmm. So they're getting people in, they're getting them just connecting because like, I think it was Stacy or Christine said earlier, people want to connect right now because they're at home. They're tired of their children. They're tired of their husbands. They need another female to talk to on a one-on-one level. So you guys, don't be afraid of the change. Don't be afraid of the technology. I'm not kidding you when I say I can learn it, and my team will attest to the fact that if I can learn it, y'all can learn it, and you will soar at it. So please get on the train. And, I think Andrea and Joanna are more than willing to do a party for you or to, have you on when they do a party so that you can see how it's done, because it really is not difficult. You just need to know what to do, when to do it. But for the most part, it's put it on, take it off, smile, and get money. Y'all already know how to do that. You're pros at it. So promise me, if you would, with nodding your head, that you will get in the game, because I see people making money, you guys, and I want you out there making money, because when you make money, you're happy. And when you make money, you keep me employed, and I like to eat. So a little more than I should, but I don't care. So everybody got it? Good? Well, Joanna asked me to talk a little bit about my journey in Mary Kay. And so I'm going to give y'all just a really, really short version. Okay. I joined Mary Kay in August of 1991, and this is how it happened. I was working for a long distance communication company. And for those of you who are over the age of 40 or 50, you might remember this. We used to have telephones that they were called home phones, and they connected to a wall or sat freestanding, but they had a wire that had to be connected and all that stuff. And I worked for a company that would call people and try to encourage people to sign up for my long distance service, because in order to have a home phone, if you wanted to call somebody in a neighboring state, you had to have a long distance service. So I was one of the people that you would call the public and try to convince you, Alice, to come over to my company, and I would, kind of browbeat you until you agreed to come over to my company, and that's what I did for a living. Well, I got to work one morning, and there was a sign on the door that business was closed. In the middle of the night, they had come in and moved all of the stuff out and closed the doors to the business. Didn't pay us, nothing. And so there I was without a job. So like any red-blooded American girl, I went home, I looked in my cabinet, found the biggest jar of peanut butter I could find, and proceeded to eat my feelings. So a little later in the day, my neighbor came home and she said, well, what are you doing home? And I said, well, I lost my job. I didn't really lose it. I know where it is. It's just not there anymore. And she said, oh my God, what are you going to do? You like to eat. And I said, well, yeah, Elaine, I know. And so right now I'm going to go in there and finish my jar of peanut butter. So that's what I did. But I'll just get up and go for unemployment the next day. I didn't know what that was all about, but it sounded like something I could handle. Take a vacation, look for a job. That's all good. Well, the next morning at 8:30 a.m., my phone rings, and it's my girlfriend. And I'm like, what do you want? She said, well, I got to work and I talked to my boss. We have a part-time job open and she would love to meet you. And I said, oh my God, no, Elaine, no. She said, Julia, I already told you you're coming. And girls, what do? When our friends tell somebody we're going to do something, we do it right? So I'm like, oh dear God, okay, I'll be there. And I'm going to hang up the phone and she's screaming. And I'm like, what? And she said, don't forget to wear a dress. I'm like, are you kidding me? A dress? And she said yes. And I thought, I don't think I own one. Well, y'all, I just want you to know I had one. It was the one I graduated from high school in, but I had one. And I learned a very, very, very valuable trick that day. You do not have to zip up a dress if you have a sweater, okay? Just know that. Because you think I'm joking and I'm not. I could not zip that baby. But I had a sweater and nobody was any wiser. So just keep that in your hat because you're going to need it someday probably. So I went half dressed to this interview and they're talking with me and I'm doing my very level best to make a bad first impression. And I'm pretty good at that most times. And I thought I was acing it because they'd say, you know, they'd ask you a question and I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, right. Doing everything in my power not to get this job, but honoring the fact that I said I would be there. So I leave there thinking, ha ha ha, that's done. Last time I'll ever see those people. Well, wouldn't you know, later that day, the phone rings and I answered the phone and it was this very perky, happy voice that Mary Kay. They were just so delighted to meet with me that morning and so impressed. And they would love to offer me this part-time opportunity. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's when I realized that something was weird with this company. And I thought, well, you know, I do like to eat. I can go get a job part-time there at Mary Kay while I look for a job with a real company. So I agreed to go ahead and start. And so, you know, a week later, it was time for me to go to the, and it was out at the Southwest Distribution Center. And I showed up. Oh, girls, you know I probably am relating to some of you who experienced your first success meeting. I walked into the office and they introduced me to people and people were like, hi, what's your name? Where are you from? Do you have children? Are you married? Have you lived in Texas long? And I'm like, wow, a little bit too close, you know? So I'm like, something is so wrong with all of this happiness. People were so happy. And they took me around and they were showing me the coffee bar, which is awesome. Okay, yay. There's Mary Kay embossed cups and stuff, you know, okay, fine. I can have tea and coffee. Woo-hoo! Well, then normally they would say, there's the bathroom. Well, no, they physically walked me to the bathroom, which I thought, this is weird. They opened the door to said bathroom and I thought, no, this is really getting weird. And signaled for me to walk in. Well, okay, so I walked in. Well, I realized then that what they were doing was showing me this incredible benefit or perk that employees have. On the sink, around the sink, we had, you know, the Mary Kay products, lotions and the soaps and stuff. And all I could think of, honestly, was score. I have a big purse. I ain't getting out of here without taking some stuff home today. And that's honestly what I thought, because I thought, I'm not long for this place at all. This is not my Joe. So I was like, okay. So I figured while I was in there, I might as well use the facility. So I go and do my business and pulling the toilet paper out. And you guys, this is when I realized this is a messed up company, because we had Mary Kay embossed toilet paper. Have you ever heard of such a thing in your life? And I'm like, you're kidding me. So I walk out, I start my training, all that good stuff. And, you know, I notice, you know, there's Mary Kay pictures everywhere and stuff, you know, Mary Kay shoelaces and Mary Kay hats and Mary Kay pencils and pens and Mary Kay everything. And then it occurred to me, dude, I know these people, this is a cult. And y'all have heard that. I really thought, because I was in the middle of it, I saw it, I knew what was happening. Well, I went on with my goal of looking for a job with a real company. And I left for lunch one day and I came back, and it was before we had computers. We had what they called a box system. So we had a screen. Well, it was before email. That sounds so funny now. I'm a little old. But there was a memo taped to our screens, and it said that on such and such date, Mary Kay Ash was going to be coming to the distribution center. You guys, you would have thought Jesus was coming. People were so excited. They were talking about what they were going to wear, how they're, what color nails they were going to do. This is when we had the full line of nail colors. What hairstyle. They were talking about everything. And then all of a sudden you see people were cleaning their keyboards. They were cleaning pictures. They were pulling out more pictures. There was more Mary Kay paraphernalia flying out of, this place was crazy. I was like, are you serious? Why is everybody so excited? I don't quite get it, because the chick owns the place, and has she never been here before? And I did not even understand the magnitude of what was happening. Well, as you can imagine, the days go by, and it's the Friday. She's coming on a Monday, and it's Friday. We're all getting ready to go home, and we're like, see you Monday. It's going to be so awesome. Mary Cat, can you believe she's coming? And I'm like, okay. Get to work Monday morning, you guys, and I'm sitting up there in the desk, and the loudspeaker comes on at like 8:45, and it's security saying, Mary Kay Ash has arrived in the circular drive. And it was like, like electricity in the building. People were so excited. Truly, you would have thought Elvis Presley was walking in the building. It was electrifying. So a few minutes later, we see her coming up the stairs with the vice president at the time of the distribution center, and so she's across the way, and this is when we had, I forget what you call them, those ergonomic workstations where the half wall, so you could see people's eyes. And so we could see across the room when Tom brought her up, and she's across the room, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's the lady in all these pictures, and yeah, okay, she's old. Well, I know, and that most disrespectful thing, but you'll hear it changes. So at one point she's moving, and I see something flash. And I don't know if y'all know this. I love jewelry. I am one of those girls who I'm not very girly, but I do love me some jewelry. And so I noticed that she was wearing her Mary Kay heart-shaped diamond ring. And I fell in love with the ring. I didn't care for the lady. I was like, the ring is awesome. Look at this. But so she was still across the way. Well, she's moving, and I see her talking to employees. Hello, how are you? Thank you for everything. And Tom's walking her through the different departments, explaining what this is in this department. Well, ladies, you know how you know, because God gave us the sixth sense. On the back of your neck, the hair stands up and it gets real hot, and you know something's getting ready to go down. It's a really wonderful gift until it's not. And I'm sitting at my desk, and I look up, and I see all the people facing me. Their eyes are just beyond me. And you know how you can feel people in your proximity? Well, I'm in a swivel chair, and I just kind of was turning around to get my eyes on where she might have landed. And I turned like this, not 10 feet away, there she is. And she happened to meet my eyes when I met her eyes. And so I turned around real quick, because I'm thinking if I can't see her, she can't see me, which of course she's right there. But you know how you like to play games with yourself. So I'm like, okay, all right. My neck was all hot, and my palms got sweaty, and I thought, I don't know what's getting ready to go down, but God's telling me something's getting ready to happen. Well, pretty soon I hear Tom, the gentleman who was escorting her, right behind me. And he's saying, Mary Kay, this is our telephone ordering service department. And I can't turn around. She's behind me. Everybody's eyes are glued on me, but just behind me. And I'm just sitting there staring at those eyes looking behind me. And I'm like, oh God, please go, just go away. And I don't know what to do. What do? I don't know what to do. Well, just a few seconds later, I hear Tom say, we can move on down to, and I'm like, phew. Well, then all of a sudden I feel a hand on my shoulder. And I turned around and I looked at her, and she was right there. And she said, I heard that you're doing a fabulous job. Thank you so much. And she walked off, and I turned around, and my phone was sitting there, and as you've never seen anybody move so fast in your life, I speed dialed my mother and daddy. They answered the phone, and I said, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I just met Mary Kay Ash. It was phenomenal. She talked to me. Mary Kay Ash talked to me." And they're like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." And so that's the day I fell in love with Mary Kay Ash. And that's how you're stuck with me today. Because here's the deal. I later learned that Mary Kay Ash was one of those gifted people who could walk into a room of thousands. And she had this crazy innate sense that drew her to somebody who needed lifting up. She saw when a woman needed lifting. And obviously, I was the only woman in the whole building who needed lifting that day. But she knew, that she practiced her own theories of praise people to success and help them discover who they are. Even if they're not that person, help them discover who they can be. So that's what she did that day. She saw my negativity. She felt it. I have no doubt, because y'all, when I carry negativity, and Joanna can attest to this, when I'm not happy, everybody knows I'm not happy, because I make sure everybody knows it's a fault. But she singled me out and she lifted me up. And from that day forward, I felt worthy. And I didn't go on any more job interviews. I was there. And then gratefully, a month later, I got a full-time position, and then my career started taking off from there. But that's how I got started with Mary Kay. And I will tell you that I love that woman. I had the incredible opportunity to work with her on several occasions. She was in the building, the gold building with me. And I just never tired of the lessons that she would teach me. And just by watching her in a crowded room, I learned so much from her. And she really did practice everything she preaches. As a matter of fact, I was reading today, while I had a minute off of the calls, I was reading her book again, because I needed to be reminded of some of the things that she originally taught us as we're going through this time of change. What can I take from her lessons and share with my sales force? So, in case you ever doubted the authenticity of Mary Kay Ash, please don't. She was incredible. She was everything you have read about, and she was that woman who was so gifted and so blessed and so beyond her time. I'm so grateful to her, because I look out at you all, and I look at your directors, Andrea and Joanna, and I see who they are. And I know when they walk into a room, they too have that incredible radar that's like, zoom, go lift her up, zoom, go lift her up. If there's an objection, overcome it. And you guys, it's fascinating to me, and I love it. And it's because of you that this world it's been very gray, but you guys are making it very pink. And with each phone call that you make, and each Zoom call, and each opportunity that you have to be in front of the masses, you are painting this nation pink. And God knows they need us more than they've ever needed us before. So the demand is there. The need is there. And I want you all to promise me to commit to filling those needs, because today the world needs Mary Kay. You promise me? Yeah, thumbs up. Kick it hard. Okay. And we will celebrate. Now, the next question is, when are we going to celebrate? Well, I know there's a lot of questions about seminar. We don't have an answer yet. As you can imagine, we are at the mercy of the government. And so we're waiting to hear what we're going to be allowed to do, if anything. Through this time, I will tell you that I have never come to respect our leaders more than I have in this last month. Nathan and David and Laura Beitler have been having to make some tough decisions. And I'm so glad I am not any higher than I am, because I make decisions, but not on the caliber that they have. But know that they are weighing every possibility. And as soon as we have an answer about seminar, you will know. I truly don't know. Nobody knows. And of course, our government hasn't told us which way we're going yet. So we're at a loss. So please know that we will do the right thing for the right reasons, and involve the right people in making the decision. But just know too, that regardless of what happens with seminar, the race is still on. Your race doesn't end. We are still in a race to get to the finish line and meet your goals for the year. That doesn't stop, regardless of what happens. So you guys keep the faith, stay focused, go capture your dreams, and then make sure that you share those dreams with other women, because they need you right now. And I hope that something I said tonight blessed you in some small way. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in your presence and to spend a little time with you, because I this is what fills my cup. I spent all day today having a great day with our brand new $30 virtual e-start kit and answering questions, but it was a long day. And so to be with you to cap off my night has really been a blessing. So thank you all for letting me be here. And Joanna, thank you again for the invitation.
Thank you for being here, Julia. We appreciate you, and we know you're available to us. So that's why you work so hard, as you make yourself available, and we really appreciate you. And girlfriend, we will see you in Dallas.
Absolutely. It's going to be a party, y'all.
Okay.
So come see me, and know that I love you, and thank you for everything. You guys, truly, you're a blessing to so many, and you really are a blessing to me. I pray for your safety and your happiness and your success every night. So go get it.
Thanks, Julia. Thank you so
you.
much.
Bye, everybody. I got to go back to work now. Bye-bye.
Okay. So, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I'll unmute you. Oh my word.
Oh my gosh.
Do you feel so honored?
Beyond. And here's what I really wanted to say right now. I will say this to Julia in an email, but you guys, behind the scenes, the directors have been saying things to the company to make your lives easier and to make your business easier during this difficult time. Mary Kay directors have been saying, we've got to look at how a consultant can save money on a website. We've got to look at how they can save on the shipping, because right now that's all the choice is. Our company, you got to hear Julia, like they listen and they do everything in their power to really help us. I want you guys to really think about a handwritten note to our corporate staff, because they've heard a lot of negativity. They've heard a lot of complaining on this whole situation, but a positive is what Mary Kay taught us. So would y'all be willing to do that? Just a quick note. Of course, a thank you to Julia is always great, but just a thank you. Email's fine, but a handwritten note to our staff, I think is so representative of the Shipe family and how classy we are.
So, Andrea, I mean, you can find the address and put, Julia Wilson on it, but we will post that address on our Shipe Family Superstars Facebook page, so you'll have immediate access to it. So, well, let's go through our weekly recognition real quick, and I hope you guys won't sign off, because we do have just a couple of things we want to share with you guys, and I promise we'll be off in the next 15 minutes. But I'm overwhelmed the fact that she was on. But I do want to do a little bit of recognition. I just want to tell you guys that we do have 50 points on the Focus Free and Fabulous sheets. Go to Christine and Stacy for doing the 3+3+3. And congratulations, Christine and Stacy, for doing at least 3 new faces, at least 300 in sales, and 3 marketing shares with your director. And let me, just real quick, Stacy, real quick, I'm going to unmute you. Will you unmute yourself? And just tell me, I know what's holding everybody back is not the 3 new faces. It's not the 300 in sales. It's the 3 marketing shares. So Stacy, how did you accomplish your 3 marketing shares?
Well, after all our virtual appointments, I just ask them to watch your video, and I'll give them a free lip gloss or lipstick of their choice for doing it, as long as they fill out the questionnaire. And who doesn't want a free lipstick?
Okay, and then you just you send the answers to your director, and your director does a quick follow-up. And I'll even read to y'all what I'm going to be saying to people when I call them, because I got it straight from Melita today, based on this $30 virtual consultant starter kit. So Christine, same question, like you had at least 3 people you talked to about the business, and then how did you make sure that your director did the follow-up?
Well, Andrea's like, oh, don't forget you have to send them to me too. So I'm like, oh, okay, great. Because I'm so used to doing it. I'm like, oh, well, that's new, but whatever, I'll do it. And so I did that. But it was 2 were helping me out. I was like, I need help to practice my virtual because I'm like lost in the wilderness here. So help me. And part of that is to do a marketing. And then my 3rd one was a good friend of mine. She moved to Tennessee and she's like, here, I have 10 kids, but I have a freezer full of food. You have 5. Here you go. Here's some food. And she sees all my goal posters on the wall. And she's like, do you make any money doing this? And I said, actually, I sold this much. I made this much in 84 hours in all of last year. And she went, wait, what?
Wait. You went too fast. Tell everybody why and how you know your numbers, because
I
huge.
I track my numbers, and I'm the queen of amazing numbers in a small amount of time because that's all I have. So in all of 2019, if y'all want to use my numbers, you totally can. I worked 84 tracked hours and I sold $14,699.
And how would you even know what your track number is?
By doing a weekly accomplishment sheet and turning it in every week.
Oh gosh. Wow, that's why that's important and can help with recruiting.
Yeah. Great idea. Well, Christine and Stacy, we are so stinking proud of you guys. And, you know, I'm proud of all you guys. You're all stretching and you're really growing. And, you know, I look at the videos that Zulema's doing and Jules is doing. And I know Alice has more virtual parties booked. You guys, it's just a matter of just doing it. And Andrea and I are going to be posting on Shy Family Superstars. We're hoping by tomorrow, we're going to post what we have going on each week. We're talking about setting up a regular schedule. Andrea is much better at it than I am. She loves the camera loves her. And, you know, so we're going to come up with this. And then you have to understand that it's super duper important that you guys look at the invitation, because like her Thursday happy hour is RSVP. And if you don't RSVP, then you have to start texting Stacy and saying, how do I get on? Which is what happened to me on Thursday. So I didn't even notice that it was an RSVP, guys. So read the details.
Wait a minute. I'm asking for an RSVP, and it's for consultants as well, because if I don't have any, I'm not going to waste my time. So please don't expect it to be up there if I don't have an RSVP.
Right.
Now you can say, hey, I'd like to, but I don't know. But again, I'm only going to make sure I'm going live if I do have a commitment.
And y'all know how that feels. You know, if you set up for a party and nobody shows up, you go get on the phone. So that's just respecting the director's time, is just like we respect your time as consultants. So I'm going to be posting and doing some videos on how we're getting people to sign up or to register for these parties. But y'all, here's the main thing, is that just like Julia just said, you say, I am learning a new skill and I would so appreciate your support. And if you can get, and y'all put something out there for them. For every person you invite on to my Tuesday evening virtual makeover, and here's the link, for every person you invite that they jump on, you'll get 10% off your product up to 5 people. Do it just like a hostess program. That's how I do my hostess program. For every person you have who's 18 or older, non-Mary Kay user, up to 5 people, you get 10% off your product. Some people do monetary discounts. I know Terry is very successful with, you get $75 worth of Mary Kay for $35. I know Zulema has been offering a discount based on how much they spend. Do whatever makes you happy. I like simple. I can count the heads times 10. Got it. Okay, so I'm a simple girl. But you guys just tell them, say, I'm learning this new skill. I would really appreciate your help. You go through the products. We have the script for you. You can do the hydrofacial. You can just do the time-wise. You can do something different every time. It doesn't matter. I'm telling Zulema, don't do soup to nuts. Let's not do soup to nuts. This past one that we did on Saturday, we streamlined it. And we focused more on the Volume Firm in 3D, whereas the first one, we went through every skincare system. It took an hour and a half. You want this to be 45 minutes to an hour. So just focus on one skincare system. Or like Andrea does the hydrofacial. Brilliant. And nobody has anything in their hands. You know, guys, Melita was sharing with me, she said, I don't worry about getting samples in their hands. Because when we watch TV and we see an ad for something, we go, I think I'll try that. Or you see something pop up on Facebook. Or you see something pop up on Instagram. Or you see something pop up on your feed somewhere. And you click and you go, I want to buy that. We don't have to have samples in their hands. You romance the product. You have your facts in front of you. I'm going to post too. Zulema took pictures of what she did Saturday. Was so brilliant. She has the products behind her, like over her shoulder on her kitchen counter. She does it right in her kitchen where she is right now, okay? She has the products right here, and then in front of her on the kitchen table, She has each skincare set, and y'all know she still struggles a little bit with some of the verbiage because English is a second language. She has it right there. So she's looking in the camera and she goes, Value Firm. The benefits are Clear Proof. The benefits are and yeah, you can kind of tell she's reading, but you don't really care. Doesn't bother me. All it does is show me you don't have to memorize all this stuff. Because if you had to memorize all this stuff, I never would have done this. So keep it, set your systems up so it's super simple. Some people have said, should I use my flip chart? I wouldn't use my flip chart unless you have 5 of them, because you're going to be doing this. And y'all know I said, if you do a lot of motion, see what happens, how my hands are like, yeah, it's like cray cray. You have to have things simple. This is our product. And you put it down. You lift from the bottom and go down. Okay, so anyway, I digress. Do want to announce our Queen of Sales for the week. So excited. Christine, oh my gosh. Almost $600 week. And then Maureen, oh my gosh. Maureen had over a $400 week. And these ladies are working out of their homes. They're not going anywhere. I know accomplishment sheets were turned in by Sayonara. She had a great week. I think over 300. Francine Eisenman. Alice did over 200, like 200, 250, something like that. Yeah, okay. I don't have it off the top of my head. Antoinette turned hers in. Christine, of course, turned hers in. Maureen, of course, turned hers in. Amy turned hers in. Zulema did over $200. And Stacy, and of course, Joan, always just so disciplined. Remember, that's the chick who went to Paris and then called in the middle of the night to be on the Zoom call. Discipline. Okay, you get 5 points. Everybody who did their weekly accomplishments gets 5 points for doing that. Our queens, Christine, you get 15 points. And Maureen, I just got to give it to you because you were so close. You get 10 points. And then 15 points per marketing share for Christine and Stacy. Wow, that's 45 points right there, just for doing your job. I mean, 10 points per face. I know Christine did at least 3, Alice did at least 3, however many faces you did. Zulema, how many did you have at your party? 6? 7? She had 5. Okay, sorry. It looked like a lot more people because my fat head was on the screen. Okay, so you get points, 10 points for every face you do every week. And that is not on the go face. That is, you're having an appointment, virtual, lock it up. Lock it up. Get on the Zoom for $10 a month. You can have up to 500 people. I dare you to have 500 people on a party and make it happen. You get 5 points for being on tonight, or if you post your takeaway by Tuesday night. And I just want to tell you guys that as we're moving forward, even though people, let me do a little mute here, even though people are going to start coming out of their homes and going back to work, and I'm not being a doomsday prophet, I'm just telling you what we're hearing. The virtual appointments are still going to be the dominant thing we're doing. 1, the convenience. 2, how far did y'all have to drive today to get to this meeting? 3, how many of you are dressed from the waist down? 4, oh, okay, Christine is, her daughter made her put on a skirt. 4, how many of y'all had to clean your entire house so people could come into it so that you could do a party? It's just, for so many years, I have fussed and fussed and fussed and fussed. And Julie and I talked about this today. I said, I have fussed at people for so long saying, get off the computer. I'm like, Eugenia, get off Facebook. Kathy Phillips, get up. Oh, Jules, very funny. Kathy Phillips, get off your computer. Get out there. Put your pretty face out there. Now, guess what? This is it. And I've actually talked to a top director who said, I'm shutting down my studio because this is the way I'm doing Mary Kay from now on. This is it. Now, the $30 thing. You guys, let me explain to you how it works. First off, there are FAQs on Mary Kay, but I do want to tell you the high points. It's $30. It's for their pro pay and their website. Normally, that would be $69.95. So they're getting, for $30, they're getting a $70 value. Now listen very carefully. This is very important. If they want the starter kit and they want the $30 deal where they get the website and the pro pay for a year, it must be done at the same time. If they just want the starter kit and they don't want the website and the pro pay, the starter kit is $100. But whether they come in for $100, $130, or $30, they still get to participate in the Besties program.
And the
So
great
Stacy,
start.
you could recruit one of the women that y'all interviewed this week, and she comes in for $30. And then she recruits her best friend who comes in, she wants a starter kit, so she comes in for $75. She can recruit up to 3 people within 4 months. So April, May, June, and July. She can start team building for only $75. The Besties program, well, till the end of June right now. We don't know if it's going to continue. So at least through the end of June. Also, you guys, this $30 deal ends May 31st, unless, big important message here. Let me get close. Unless it goes over huge. Y'all, wouldn't you love this option for the rest of your Mary Kay career?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Oh, Joan has a question. Yes, ma'am.
How about any new recruits that we had in the last month or two?
Started today.
Oh.
Started today. They had to have a starting point. Yes, Stacy.
If they come in at the $30, but let's say in 4 months they want a starter kit, can they then purchase one later?
No, but I can tell you this, your directors are working on a way to reward people with a full-size starter kit. Any other questions? These are y'all, this is all in the FAQs. These are excellent questions. These are the questions that everyone is asking.
So Joe.
Yes.
What should a consultant do? The next best step for a consultant having this news, what should they do?
Okay, the next best step, there are actually 2 next best steps. I would get out from joannashipe.com under new consultants, your Mary Kay call log, just like I did, and make a list. Because I know for a lot of you, it is 9 o'clock at night. I would be cranking out a list of everyone you know. I don't care who comes into your head. I don't care if you go, well, her husband makes enough money, or she makes enough money, or she would never want to do this. Guys, people are going to embrace a plan B more now than they ever have before. Also, I was just talking to Jules today, and I said, Jules, even people who their job reopens, they may do the math and realize their kids are still out of school. And if they put their kids in daycare, it's going to cost them to work. So they might as well stay home. So they may say, well, my job's going to reopen. My next question would be, okay, so what's your plan for your kids? So we are offering that opportunity. So make a list. Everybody, you know, make a list. Then you want to have some kind of system where you say, you know, maybe a C for a customer or a P for a prospective team member. And then I would start reaching out to them. I would start with a text message that says, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what my crazy company is doing now. Do you have a quick minute so I can share the news? Oh my gosh, you would not believe what my crazy company is doing now. Do you have a quick minute so I can share the news? And then I would immediately call them and I would say, Zulema, okay, Kathy, hang on just 1 second, baby doll. I would say, Zulema, you know, you've been a customer, you've been a hostess. I know I've talked to you about the Mary Kay Career Opportunity. I shared with you that we are expanding our unit and the starter kit is $100, but Mary Kay has come up with an alternative plan for new consultants who want to work virtually, and it's $30. And then I would stop talking and wait for their reaction. $30. The logical question would be, what do you get for $30? If she doesn't say anything, then say, I know what you're wondering. What do you get for $30? You get your Mary Kay website where people can shop 24/7, and you get a ProPay account for 1 year, which is a value of almost $40. So for $30, you are set up to work virtually. That does not include any products. Do you want to talk about how you might want to get some products if you really want to work this business? You can get the $100 starter kit, which is worth almost $400 along with that, but it's an option. And before they sign up for $30, I would make sure that they look at that flyer that I just put on the 2020. I put it on Shite Family Superstars. Kay Howe did it for us. There are two. The first one she didn't like, so she redid it. So look at the second one. But it has all three options, 100, 30, and 130. And then I would ask Zulema, what would it look like if you could make extra money working from home in your pajamas? To do all your training online, and I will help you do your first few parties online until you're ready to do it yourself. You guys, as a new consultant, I think this is less intimidating than standing in front of people live and putting the products and squeezing tubes. It's a 45-minute commitment. And you start the same way. I'm looking for people who will help me support my brand new business. You know, meet me up on my Zoom video. People are still really fascinated with the whole Zoom thing. They think it's kind of cool, kind of fun. And that's what I would do. I would start cranking out that list. And first thing tomorrow morning, I would start texting, oh my gosh, Stacy, you're not going to believe what my crazy company Mary Kay is doing right now. Do you have a quick minute? I have to share this with you. You are building your sphere of influence. You are building your sphere of influence. You're building your organization. You are looking for people who want to make hair and nail money when hair salons open back up, who want to service their family and friends, who might want to earn a free car, or who might want to move into leadership and replace their full-time income. Okay, sorry, Kathy. There, Kathy, what was your question, hon?
Well, now I have two. One, where did you say that flyer was again? And two, do you know anywhere that there's a postcard or something that we could get advertising, starting your own business virtually?
Okay, so let me show you this. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, full starter kit, e-start, and full starter kit and e-start. I sent it in Boxer to the 2020 group, and it's also on our Superstars Facebook page, but I think this is the cleaned up one, so I will make sure I repost it. Let me write myself a note to repost it because we really need to wrap up. Hang on.
I got a question for Kathy, though. This is important for everybody. You asked about advertising. Are you trying to advertise on social media with this?
No. I just want, so I had put something out on Facebook about packets. I got 70 names, and I've already delivered half of them instead of mailing them. So I got to meet each of the women face to face. In those packets, I was getting rid of my, any kind of stuff that I have, because we're doing a virtual party on Sunday night. But for the other 35 that I'm mailing, I ran out of, information cards about the business, and I was searching for something that said, start your own virtual business. Now I may be able to do that flyer and take a picture of it.
I would just print that out.
Yeah, put it on a Word document and go over to Kinko's. The reason I ask, and I just wanted to tell everybody this, I am gonna I'm gonna talk to you, Joe, about this, but I'm gonna teach a little bit more next week about your personal Mary Kay page and what I've been learning working with my social brander, and how you do not want to put this information on a Mary Kay page. Do y'all hear me? Let me clarify. On a personal Mary Kay page. You can put it in your Mary Kay business page. Fine, because it's business. It is not intended to go into the personal world. So there are some really big things that we need to honor, and that's part of the whole digital zone, but it can be confusing. So I've got some things I'd like to share, and maybe we'll do it next week.
And as y'all have questions, ask them on Shite Family Superstars. We monitor it. Yeah, Kathy.
So you meant not your own Mary Kay personal page. You mean your own personal Facebook page. You don't want to put stuff out on.
You do not, anything on your personal Facebook
Right.
or personal Instagram can be educational only.
You had said personal Mary Kay page. I just wanted to clarify for everybody else. I figured that's what you meant.
Yeah, it is okay to put, you cannot put specials on your Mary Kay business page either. Believe it or not, you cannot put specials on a Mary Kay business page because technically it is public. So that is why we have the private groups. So I'll teach more of this in the upcoming segments, whatever.
Segment, yeah. Okay, anyone else? These are excellent questions. Okay, all right, we're gonna let you guys go because I gotta make a couple of videos here. But you guys, thank you for being on. I hope to see all of you again a week from tonight, if not sooner. And if you guys even just want Andrea or myself just to drop in to your Zoom party and maybe do a prize patrol. Everybody who's on right now, I'm gonna do a quick drawing and then I'm gonna leave. It creates excitement to see your director popping in and things like that, okay? You just have no idea the power that you have. From Sayonara. Yeah, Sayonara, it's on the Shite Family Superstars Facebook page. Okay, all right, so I'll make sure the most recent one is on as soon as we finish. All right, you guys, have a great evening. If you have any questions, text me, Voxer me, or reach out to Andrea. We are here for you every step of the way. And also, I want to give a shout out to Miss Director Terry Skill for being on. We didn't give you any recognition for being on as a director, but we do appreciate you as well. And I know you're out there making it happen. All right, you guys, everybody say bye, y'all. Bye.